This conference will now be recorded.
So no doubts, right? I already shared the web driver and the Chrome driver also. So we had seen in the last session how to click links, how to select value from the drop down, right? So we have multiple options. Select by value, select by visual text, select by index. For clicking a link, click link text and a partial link text, right? So for selecting a checkbox is just a click, right? And to check whether the checkbox is selected or not, so is selected. Same way the element is available, visible or not, so is displayed, right? Same button enabled or disabled, so is enabled. So is disabled is not available, so only is enabled is there, right? So these are the things which we had seen. So now we will see today like how I can do a right click, or how I can able to move my mouse, hold and drag and drop some elements in the application, so that it may helpful whenever if I want to do drag and drop. Okay, so which this all the things which I am talking right now is related to mouse. So mouse only will do right click, right? Mouse only will do a drag and drop, correct? Same way mouse only will keep on some element or some options or some value in the application. So because of my mouse I hovered it, I just kept on that element, it automatically displays some multiple options, correct? So such type of applications, so we had already seen, means we know such type of mouse over actions, right? So we're going to see the mouse actions which is helping us when we do the automation. Okay, fine. So first we'll see drag and drop, and then we'll see, okay, then only we'll see the right click, and then we'll see the mouse over. So drag, drop, public static void main string args, finish. I'm just copying the same old code. So I manually show how what I want to do with the help of automation. Okay. So I'll just launch in my browser. There is one application called jQueryUI.com. So inside Google, uh, jQueryUI. jQueryUI.com, that is one of the URL. So at the left side, I have some options like droppable. So I selected this. So my action is, this is my URL, which once I load, it should open. So instead of this Rediff login screen, I just paste the URL. So I need to hold this and I need to drop here. because it says the same thing. Drag me to the target, drop. So I'll do this thing. So to work with this, first I should know this particular element. I should know this particular element where I need to do some action like drag and drop. So I'm opening F12. So I'm hitting F12 and I'm going to, this is my source. So where I need to hold it, and that is my target where I need to drop it. So div id draggable. So I'll just copy this. And here we are going to learn a new concept now. Draggable, and I'm clicking here and I selected droppable. So whenever I want draggable and the droppable to be used, so regularly my code will be driver dot find element by dot id. This particular draggable is my content. Same way I'll copy and droppable. Correct? So wherever I want to use draggable and droppable, I need to use always driver dot find element, all these things. No need to try. So I will create a element. Control Shift O. So web element, as I told you, always the things are with web element only. So in my application, whatever it is, it's an element. So web element, some drag, some name equal to driver dot find element by dot id or by dot export, whatever you want, you can use it. Then that value. Wherever I want to use draggable, I'll just use a keyword drag. I just created a object. Here I can say created a object. So if tomorrow, means if maybe tomorrow or after 1 year or 2 years, if the developers instead of draggable, they may say draggable ID. I just need to come here and I need to use, just change the line number 20 draggable ID. So wherever I use drag, automatically, whether it's 100 lines of code or 1,000 lines of code, wherever I use drag, it will be auto updated with draggable ID. So regularly we'll do such type of things. So right now draggable only, and I use drag. Okay, so I created an object for the drag and I created an object for a drop. As I want to do a mouse action, so the keyword is actions. A capital, other are small. So actions, your wish, I just given A equal to new actions on my driver, the browser which I loaded. On that one, I want to do some mouse actions. So Control Shift O, it imported, you can see line number 7, import org.openqa.selenium.interaction actions. Okay, so actions A, so now reference A dot, you want to do drag and drop, right? So DRA, so you can see it is showing me the option drag and drop, and it is saying web element source and web element target. If you know the X and Y coordinates, you can select the second option and you just give the X and Y coordinates. So right now we are not working with such type of things. So I'm saying drag and drop. My target is drag and my sorry, my source is drag and my target is drop. Dot compulsory build dot perform. If you don't write this build dot perform, your code will not work. It will not throw any error. It will say yes, you did it, but it will not work. So compulsory build dot perform. So dot build dot perform. Whether it's a mouse over, whether it's a right click, or whether it's a drag and drop, compulsory build dot perform you need to apply. So a dot drag and drop adds given. We'll run this code and we'll see whether it is working or not. It will not work. I know that thing, but we'll see whether it is working or not. Because the one new concept which you learn, that is web element, same way there is another concept called frames. We're going to see that. So the code, when I run it, it will throw error saying that the draggable is not available. Whatever the ID draggable which you said does not exist. See error at the rate. So how to identify what is the problem? So you can see exception in thread main, that is the main, that is nothing but the exception. So no such element, unable to locate element, method ID selector draggable. But we copy paste exactly the same. It's not like I did some capital letters, some small letters, some spelling mistakes. It not happen. But still it is saying does not exist. I'll give very simple example so that you can easily remember it. So the example is like, there is a very big hall or very big room. Now I say you just go and bring me some red color pen. You are searching the big room, you are not getting it. Whatever you are doing it, it's not getting it. Then you are asking me, hey Teja, I'm not getting it, where it is. So can you give me the guidance? I said, okay, you do one thing. Inside a room, there is a black color or a white color suitcase or some bag is there. And inside the bag, you just check it, you're going to get it. So same room, but it's a very big with so much stuff is there. You are unable to identify whatever the thing which I'm requested. So you again called me. I said, you just search for a bag, or inside the bag, it is available. Same way here, the developers, when they develop the application, whatever it may be the application, they develop directly inside the body of the web application, or they may create some frames or forms. So this is the whole total page. And now you can see this box, right? You can see this box. So inside my page, there is a small box, and inside the box, that particular element is available. So whenever I'll just open my source code to see F12, and when I'm clicking it, here I can able to see draggable and droppable. But as a tester or as an automation tester, you need to see what are the arrows which are going down, which is not horizontal, it is down. So this is horizontal, so this is down, this is expanded, and you can see here the iframe, which is nothing but a frame, expanded. So when I keep my mouse on that particular iframe, you can see that particular box is highlighted. So if I keep my mouse on a box, drag, drop, it is highlighting. Same way, when I keep the down arrow, which is expanded on the frame, that is available. So Inside my total application, there is a frame, and inside that frame, my elements are available. So until I don't say that this is the frame, or you need to go and search inside a frame, our automation will not understand. We need to tell. Okay. So the frame is there, but the frame don't have any name for this application. Actually, frame have its own name, but here for the frame, iframe is there, but there is no information, though no name, no ID. So we will go up into the source code target. So this is my first I had seen, that is the first. Is there any iframe? Is there any iframe which is expanded? Any iframe expanded? No, because this is my HTML, that is a whole page, and in that home page, this is the header, this is the body, and inside the body there is some div IDs, some tag names available, paragraphs may be available, which is a HTML coding. Same way I can able to see frames. So this is the first frame which is there. Before that there is no other frame. So now, as because of the frames it is not working, I need to write, after waiting for 2 seconds, driver dot switch to dot frame 0. Frame 0 means by default the first frame. Indexing here, as I told you yesterday, whenever similar type of buttons will be there, we'll always use 0 1 2 3. Same way, as that is the frame which is only one which I found, and inside that frame my elements are available, so I just say index value 0. If you know the name, you know what is the value, you just remove and you just apply whatever the name it is available for the frame with double quotes. So right now nothing is there, so I'll just say 0. So once you wait for 2 seconds after maximize, you just shift your focus instead of whole total browser on the first frame, and inside that first frame you can able to see draggable, that is the element you create it, and the droppable element also you create it. As you know now what is drag and what is drop the element, I want to do a mouse action of dragging and dropping. So now when I run it, you can able to see the drag object will be moved to drop. So frames are important because that will be the interview question, like I tried so many things but it is not working. When I try to click some element, what are the different solutions you have, or guess why it is not working? You can guess it, let me know. So there's so many reasons. One, there may be sync issue. So application is loaded and it is failing, but application is not fully loaded. Script may fail. That is the one reason. Second reason, there is a frames, and because of the frames, you had not identified like you need to switch to the frame, but you said okay, you do the action, but it unable to do the action because there is a frame, right? So draggable, droppable, but I have a frame, that is driver dot switch to frame. Clear, right? Or any doubt you have in this?
So Teja, sync connectivity.
Sorry,
Sync means connectivity.
not connectivity.
Like
Sync is to map the speed of the automation tool with the application speed.
yeah, that's what I say. It is a connection, like connection between the Selenium and the application.
We not say connection. If you use word connection, then they will not accept it.
Or
To map the speed.
right word is sync.
Yeah, because connectivity means like database connectivity. Connectivity is there, not like, or if internet is there or not, you check with IP configure, right? And you just ping it, right? So connectivity is there not. Here it is not a connectivity, right?
Okay.
So sometimes the thing is like the words will play very crucial when you are giving the answer. Your maybe the correct means, but your word, the connectivity word will throw like, okay, you don't have that much experience. They may understand, okay, you are saying this, the application related stuff, something, but they don't accept it because of the word connectivity. Okay, right. Next one. Okay, now my code, when I say run, it is running fine, and it did the drag and drop. After this drag and drop, I need to click this draggable, which is a what link. So I hit F12. I just gone to this arrow and I just click on this draggable. And I can see here A. A means anchor tag, which is nothing but AHREF in HTML coding language. And it's a link because A, once it will come means it's a link. And once I click on that link, it should navigate to this particular URL. So which will not help me. For that reason, I need to use the code called link text, right? So driver dot find element by dot link text draggable dot click. We'll run this code. So now when I run this code, right, it will do drag and drop, but it is going to throw error saying that again no such element exists. The draggable link. Why? We're going to learn. So if I move, you can see again some error, and now again it is the same error. Please protect this command. We'll see. The link text what you are saying draggable, that is no such element, unable to locate element. Because the same, when I say you need to go and click on the drag and drop, at the time it is unavailable because of the frame, means you had kept your head inside a box, right, inside a frame, and you are searching that inside that frame draggable, but draggable is outside that particular box. So I need to come back out, and then I need to search for the element I need to click. So once my work perform, my action is performed, my work is completed, what I have to do again, I need to come back to my default content, which is my browser. I don't need to give focus inside that box or a frame, because my target is I need to move again outside the box. My default focus will be the total browser, and inside that browser I need to do some action. I come out, and now again there is a action which I need to do, which is in another frame. Again I need to jump to that another frame. I need to do action, again need to come out, and then again I need to move to another box or another frame, do the action, again come out. So if there are multiple frames and you want to do multiple actions, then you need to switch your focus inside a frame, and you need to come out, switch to default content. Again you need to switch to frame, again you need to come out, switch to default content. like this, you need to go inside, come out, go inside and come out. So now, after doing a drag and drop, you switch your focus to again to the browser, and now you search for the draggable link text. Wherever it is available, you go and click. See, it did a drag and drop, it switch out from that frame, and it click on a draggable link, and for that reason you can see we are in the draggable link, means a draggable page or screen. Clear, or any doubt you have in this particular drag and drops?
Teja, the last what you said that it did drag and drop and it went to like the uh, but we can't see it, it clicked it, right? We haven't seen it happen or like very fast. So can we give time for that to see one by one procedure?
Okay. Click will not happen, means you can't see the click.
Okay.
It will be very fast. Of course, I kept 2 seconds wait after drag and drop. You just focus on the draggable link. You may able to see the click. So it did drag and drop. Just wait for 2 seconds. See, it click. A line is coming, underscore, right? Right.
Correct. Correct.
So which is a click.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah, yeah, clear.
But then where is the droppable? Once you are dragged into the drop the target, after that, where is the droppable?
Droppable. It's behind. See, when I run this, the small box will be on top of the big box. So
Probable.
almost 3 by 4 or 80% of the droppable has been covered by my drag. See,
And there are two.
it will come, droppable, change the color. It
That
is back.
image becomes full in size, right?
Right,
And the yellow part disappears. It's behind the drag.
right. Because the target reach or the element, the draggable, we dropped it successfully so that it changes color to yellow.
Okay.
Okay.
If I go back again, if I do manually also the same, which it did, the same. Okay.
But it's not changing the color,
Which one?
the yellow one.
No, it will be stayed because it changed the status to dropped also. See, if I go back, I just click it, and when I come back again, you can see drop here. Once I come target and when I drop properly, it will change the drop here to drop
And
ED
then drop.
and it will change the yellow. Means success.
Okay.
Right? So this is about the drag and drop and the frames. So you need to make sure when you capture the element, there is no frames. If it is there, then you need to switch to frame and come out default content. Driver dot switch to dot default content.
So the challenges for Drag and drop is sometimes the application is not synced properly, and sometimes the frames are not named properly, right?
No, it's all their coding standards. We can't say that okay, if the frame is not given name, I will use index.
After inspecting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But you whether you know the concept or not of a frame, they will ask in interview intentionally, like when I try to do some action, it is not happening, like what may be the reason. So there is a frames may be the reason.
Because the frame is not named properly, right?
We had not said that you need to shift the focus to frame.
Only frame.
Mm.
Okay.
They say, okay, you may say the ID may be wrong, or the class name should be wrong, or the expert should. They say everything is fine. There is no problem. Everything is correct. ID I use exactly the same. No spelling mistakes. There is no capital letter, small letters issue also. But still, it is not doing the action. There may be frame.
Right.
Because you are directly saying you launch the browser and do the action, but you are not saying after launching the browser you shift your focus from the browser to the frame, do the action, again come out of the frame, default content. You are not doing that thing.
Right.
Okay, fine. So this is about drag and drop. The same way here I need to do, oh, I close this one also. Okay, fine, no problem. Once it will open, I'll just. So my next target is to do a right click. So for example, I'm opening Google. Here Gmail is there. Regularly I need to do a right click. I need to say open in new tab or open in new window. So I click open in new window so that I can able to see the Gmail stuff. Right? It's not always Gmail, it's maybe anything. I can say images also. Or I message this Francis, whatever it may be, or this anything I need to right click. So I need to right click, which is nothing but context click in Gmail. Then if I say I open new browser and new window, right? So I'm dragging my dropping means I'm just moving my mouse, which is not possible. So after right click, I can do one thing like my keyboard have up and down arrows. So I may go, you can see when I hit down arrow, it is selecting that options. If I keep up arrow, it is going to select that option. And once my option reaches, I'll just going to say enter, which is going to launch in another tab. Okay, clear this one or any doubt you have?
Clear.
So this action I need to do, the Gmail is one of the link only, right? So what I will do, I'll just Same as I want to do actions. So actions sum W equal to new actions on my driver. So Control Shift O. So W dot, what I want to do, I need to do right click. So context click. But what is the field? Dot build dot perform. But where? There is a link called link text, which is a Gmail. You need to do right click. So we'll see.
Context click is the right click, right?
Context click is a right click.
Yeah.
See, it did a right click. After this right click, you may say, okay, I'm going to capture this with link text or partial link text. You can't do, because if I hit F12, it will not work. If I click somewhere to get F12, that will go, it will not come. So if I try to click on the arrow and when I try to right click on this Gmail, so the arrow will not work for the element. So your context click means the right click compulsory you need to use if you want to do some action on the object or the element. So the action W dot context click, I need to do right click. Where? So the object or the link, whatever it is there in that application, is W dot context click. So driver dot find element by dot link text, partial link text, ID, name, whatever you want, you can use it. Give that value and build dot perform. So after build dot perform, that this is only going and it is clicking my Gmail, or it is just clicking the right click, right, on the application. But I need to do the mouse down in my keyboard. So after right click, what I will say, you just wait for 1 second, then same W dot send keys dot down means click on that particular down arrow. Actually arrow down is not directly, it's so arrow down dot build dot perform.
Control Shift O.
Now why Control Shift O? We'll see. It should do right click, wait for 1 second, hit down arrow, again wait for 1 second, hit arrow, so that my focus will be on that open in new window. Right click. Okay, we're unable to see the down arrows. Actually, it will do when it will do the down arrow, right? So you can able to see that highlighted in a gray color, but it is not showing any error, but it is not doing the action. Means we are unable to see, but it is doing the action. So after doing this down arrow, okay, you want to hit the second option, right? So if I go here, I'll come, I'll right click, I hit down arrow, again I hit down arrow, and when I hit enter, so it will open in new browser, right? Chrome, because it's a new window, it's not a new tab. So we're going to run this code and we'll see whether it is working or not. So as I want to do hitting of the enter button, same w dot send keys dot enter dot build dot perform. So when I run this, it will open the Google and it will open Gmail in another browser. You can see no browser is there right now, only this browser is open. Once it will do the action, you can able to see Gmail in another browser. Okay. So it will going to open the Gmail. So like this, we can able to do the right click and do some action. But you may say, okay, it's little bit big because you set down arrow, you wait for 2 seconds, 1 second, again you set down arrow, again I need to wait some second and again hit enter button. So all these things, right? So why this huge code? So instead of this multiple lines, okay, I can write everything in one line like w dot send keys, which is keys dot arrow down dot again send keys dot arrow down dot send keys dot enter dot build dot perform. So now if I run, same, instead of we part wise we written the code or stepwise, I said like you do go right click down arrow and hit enter button. So there is some flip is happening, and because of that one, here you can see now Gmail. So like this, we can always do a right click on any link, and you just need to say down arrow, up arrow, like that you need to give whatever the options which you want. Okay, so this is about the right click. Same way. So do you know any application where you can do mouse over? Any URL?
There was a university, Abdul Kalam University.
Sorry?
Abdul Kalam, you need for the mouse over.
But it is, I don't think so it is working fine. There is some problem. Any other university? We'll just see. du.ac.in. No, it's not working. See, when I'm keeping my mouse, anything is happening? No, it's not happening, right? So this is waste. Dude, it came to you only. See, mouse over. Once I keep my mouse, automatically it is giving me so many options, right? So it's a very small BOD. Is any BODs? No BODs, right? So I'll just copy this particular URL first. I'll come to my code. I'll just paste this URL. I'll just go and drag and drop the code, copy, paste it, cut. It is a URL which need to be used. Now, after this, same actions are equal to new driver r dot. What I want to do, I need to do mouse over, right? So r dot what? Mouse move to element. What is the element? Any element? Yes, there is an element. Driver dot find element by dot link text dot build dot perform. My text name is BOD, which is the link on my application. So now I'll run it. We'll see. My mouse, you can see here it is there, right side beside the Chrome driver.exe. So I'm just keeping down at the last, at the bottom. So once it's going to maximize, it will going to load the URL. It will going to maximize. Then mouse will be there, but the BOD drop down options, it will come down. Not yet loaded. See, it keep the mouse on that particular BOD. So after that BOD, if I keep my mouse, so is there any options available? We'll see. No, right? So after that, there is no options are coming. All are links. So no other options if I keep my mouse on any of the links. You can see here when I keep again it is moving down to another options, right? So I need to go to the academics and I need to go to department, or I need to go to some independent units. Okay, if this is my target, so what I will do, I'll just come down and I make sure that I don't do any spelling mistakes. So I'll just go here, whether A is capital, yes, A is capital, and others are small. So you keep your mouse on the academics. You wait for 2 seconds again. Until the option is not available, you cannot do mouse action, right? So I just copied it. So I pasted. And here when I keep my mouse on academics, so I can able to see, okay, it is going, okay.
Departments.
Independent departments. I'll just cross check. Units. Okay, I'll run it again. See, he just kept. After that, you it's your wish. The link text to click. Okay. So this is about like how we will do mouse actions. I right click, drag and drop, keep the mouse on some element. So this type of things. we can do with the help of actions only. Clear? Actions concept. So whether you take the mobile application or whether you take this any web application, the same actions. Okay, fine. So I'll stop here. Tomorrow we're going to see how to take screenshots, which is also most important in the application as a proof, right? When we keep something fails. So what is a screenshot? How to take the screenshot, right? And we need to save, right? So how we will save it? Screenshots. Later we have, means tomorrow we'll continue after the screenshots some other options like JavaScript executor. Okay, so where we'll do highlighting the element before we do action, because you can till now you had seen it is not, you don't understand where the action is happening, right? But now we're going to do highlight. Okay, so the JavaScript executors also will go into see tomorrow. Okay.
So highlight will be happening in screenshot.
No,
Is separate.